3 years ago, I shared with you some mom hacks from the Dollar Tree, and at the time, I was a mom of 1. I'm now a mom of 3 children, and so we are going to revisit that, and I'm going to share with you all new hacks that every mom needs to know from the Dollar Tree. Let's do this. Okay, we're gonna start with some of these little organizing bins that you can get at the Dollar Tree. I gotta be honest, for a long time, I was always like, what are people gonna do with these tiny little bins? But turns out in parenthood, there's a lot of things that involve tiny little pieces, and card games is one of them. You can see my card games here are a total mess, and these bins are perfect for storing them. So I just went ahead and I labeled them all, and then I'm just putting the cards right in. What's great about card games is like usually the instructions are just right on a card as well. So you can store them right all in these bins, and then, oh my God, how satisfying is this to see them all just perfectly stored this way? So much easier to see them and grab them. Okay, next up, this little caddy from the Dollar Tree is amazing for serving your kids snacks. Now, if you are in the car, maybe you are doing a little drive-through dinner or lunch one night, this is the perfect way to serve those foods to your kids with, like, allows them to have access to everything and honestly keeps the mess so much minimal, trust me. Also, a great little hack is the popcorn containers you can get from the Dollar Tree fit perfectly into the small container of these. So I love making like little movie night snack bins with these. My kids think this is so fun. There's like a little handle so they can carry it over to the sofa or their chair or whatever. And just such a great little snack caddy. Next time you see these little disco lights, seriously run, like grab them. For $1.25, these are one of the best like kid toys I've ever gotten. My kids love playing with these. Also, my baby is obsessed with this. Whenever he's fussy, I'll just turn it on if I need to like change his diaper or entertain him for a little while. Really fun in the tub as well. We had these the other day when a friend was over and she was like, "You got these at the Dollar Tree?" And I was like, "Yeah, I did." Speaking of fun light up things, always am I buying glow sticks when I'm at the Dollar Tree, because glow sticks make bath time 1,000 times more fun. I don't know what it is about dimming the lights and throwing some glow sticks in my tub, but it immediately makes my children want to get in there and get clean. So that's a win. And while we're talking bath time hacks, you can take a tension rod and then put a Dollar Tree basket on it in your shower, and then use this as a place to store all of your kids' bath toys, because now it can just drip dry and you're not going to end up with like gross, wet, yucky toys. Okay, moving on, we are going to get some of these little like binder pencil bags that you can get at the Dollar Tree, as well as one of their little binders. And we are going to create basically like an activity binder for you to like keep in the car or just use when you're out and about with your kids. So I'm going to share with you some of my favorite like kid activity things you can get from the Dollar Tree that I think are really worth it. These are usually called brain flakes. You can buy them on Amazon for way more expensive. And when you buy them on Amazon, you have to buy like 500 of them. So I like this because it's just a small little set. They clip together. Your kids can create all sorts of little designs and whatever with them. Really great, just like busy activity for if you're at a restaurant. So I always grab some of these. I'm going to fill one of my pouches up with some of these brain flakes. I also saw these just, I don't know, they were just like little shapes that all have clips on them. So again, you can clip them into different shapes as well. Kids love these. They really do help keep them entertained when you're like again, sitting in a doctor's office or whatever. The Lego sets are really great. It's a small set, so it's perfect for travel. Puzzles are really good as well. My trick here is just pull off like the cover of the puzzle, and then you can slide it into the pencil case so that you have a reference picture, but you don't have to save the entire box. Obviously, coloring stuff is really great. I got just some of the little Memo pads because these are great for the kids, and then I put just those with a couple of crayons into different pencil bins. And then essentially what I'm going to do is take these and then fill up my binder with them. Now, this is the biggest binder I could get at my Dollar Tree. I would say probably worth it to go over to like Walmart and get one that's a little bit thicker. I don't know if this is like an inch one or whatever. Maybe get a 2-inch one. It does work and it holds a ton of activities, but just a note, but I wanted to make this fully Dollar Tree for you. But look at this. Now I've got a full activity bin. Keep it in your car or even just like around the house when you need a few extra minutes and your kids can pull one out. Also really great to take when you're traveling. Tape. I feel like I don't need to say anything else. Anyone who has kids know that they use all of your tape, so just get some for $1.25. These locking bins are one of my favorite from the Dollar Tree, specifically for kid stuff. They're like the perfect size. First of all, they just stack really nicely, sort of like the ones we use for card games do, but they're really great for decanting a lot of like arts and crafts type stuff. When you keep those in the boxes, they always just like fall apart and they're hard to store, but putting them into these bins are some of my favorite. Whenever I see these bins at the Dollar Tree, I get a couple because they're so good for kid stuff. The Dollar Tree Slinky is the best Slinky you will ever buy. Just trust me. I bought my kids one of the metal ones because I thought it was like cool and old school, and they really, really loved it. Except the problem is once it gets tangled, a metal Slinky cannot get fixed if it's been stretched too much. You can untangle it, but if it's stretched, it's like broken. The plastic ones don't do this. And the plastic one from the Dollar Tree is so good. Like even at the time, my daughter was still 2, she could get the Slinky to go down the stairs, no problem. It like is literally the best Slinky I have ever used in my entire life. My mind was kind of blown. I'm not gonna lie about this Dollar Tree Slinky. So if you see it, definitely grab it. Slinkies are hours of fun. Okay, next, something to consider maybe not getting, and maybe I'm just being a phonics nerd here because I used to teach early literacy, but I find that sometimes the phonics like workbooks and flashcards are not always accurate. Like here, it's saying the short O sound and it's saying oranges. That is not the short O sound. The short O sound is ah, as in octagon or got. So, you know, again, maybe I'm just being a phonics nerd here because I used to do it, but I find the phonics are not always super accurate. Next up, these little bowls that have built-in straws. I always thought they were just sort of stupid and gimmicky. I won't lie to you, but I actually have a friend on Instagram who shares a lot of really great like picky eating tips. She's a nutritionist for kids, and she just has like really great tips for getting your kids to try foods in a way that's really accessible to them and it's not like too pushy or whatever. And she talks about using these bowls to eat different foods, like to try soups. It's just like a fun, creative way for them to try eating something else. So here my kids are having it with cereal and banana, which is something they always eat. But I'm really excited to try using these with some foods. Like my daughter will not eat soup and my son will. So I'm gonna try it out with her for that. But just a little tip from a like kids picky eating specialist. I will link her account down below. The jumbo tweezers from the Dollar Tree are top notch. They are super good for small hands if you are looking for some small tweezers. I like having tweezers around for my kids, but the problem is if you're gonna buy tweezers online, you're forced to buy like a 15 pack or even like an 8 pack. I want like 1 or 2 tweezers. So I love the Dollar Tree ones because you can buy a single tweezer and they're just really great for fine motor activities. I also like offering them with foods. Again, it can be really great for picky eaters. As a girl mom, I always check the hair section for just like little bows, little clips, little whatever, because these can get really expensive. And if you have a daughter that you send to like preschool, sometimes she doesn't come home with the bows and you never see them again. So I don't really want to spend a lot of money on them. And honestly, sometimes the Dollar Tree has really cute finds. These condiment little tubes, are they tubes? I don't know, condiment, why can't I think of the word? Whatever. Fill them up with icing, and these are great for little hands to decorate cookies if you're doing any cookie decorating. This is from when I did some Christmas decorating, Christmas cookie decorating, but it's just so much easier for little hands. And honestly, I actually really enjoy using these for decorating cookies too. If you are planning a kid's birthday party or even just like trying to make your kid's birthday special when they wake up in the morning, Dollar Tree is where it's at. They have super affordable balloons, super affordable candles. At one point I did a huge price check of all of these versus other places, and they really are the best prices. I found these like huge confetti balloons one time. My kids had so much fun with these. Telling you, always check the party section at the Dollar Tree before you go spend more somewhere else. And while we're on the topic of like present-y stuff, wrapping paper from the Dollar Tree, always grab a tube or 2, and then I will cut strips of them. I love this especially at Christmas time because my kids see me wrapping a lot of presents, so they want to wrap presents. So I'll cut a bunch of strips for them and leave them out, and then they can practice doing a bunch of wrapping of their own. This keeps my kids entertained for like 45-minute periods of time sometimes. They love wrapping things, and it's a great fine motor activity. For this next hack, you're gonna get 2 of these over-the-door hooks as well as a broomstick from the Dollar Tree, and you can hang these on like fences in your backyard as a great place to hang wet clothes and wet towels to dry in the summertime. It's just a really great summertime hack for when your kids are outside doing water play and they get wet. Using a pool noodle from the Dollar Tree, you can cut one of these, like a slit down the center of it, and then cut it a little bit smaller to create basically like a finger guard on any doors that your kid may sort of like catch their fingers in. And I love this because you can actually buy these on Amazon for like so expensive, but you can make a ton of them using Dollar Tree pool noodles. One other pool noodle hack is to cut some slips in on one side, and then the other side you're gonna cut it like all the way down the center so you can hang it on a bowl. And this works really great for kids if they're doing arts and crafts as a place to sort of put their paintbrushes to drip dry. As always, thank you so much for stopping by and watching. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Remember to be kind to yourself and to others, and I will see you all in my next video.